could be with anyone. I could be with anyone. You and me. You and me. You could be with anyone. I could be with anyone. You're here with me. You're here with me.
Ha-ha! Hello once again, everybody. How y'all doing this fine Monday? Yeah, let's go with Monday. What's good, everybody? Happy Mondays to everybody and everything involved. It has been a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean I took a break because I was getting a headache. Probably from lack of hydration. That being said, what the fuck am I talking about? Headache. Why was headache the first thing that came to mind? Cold. I had a fucking cold. I just autopiloted that bit. Like, I need to, like, it's like, why did I cancel the community stuff in the Discord yesterday? It's because I was coming down with a cold and I need to take meds and rest. What did I say it was? A headache. Why did I say it? Probably from lack of water. All of these things are lies. I am lying to your faces and you're accepting it, which is why you're here watching me play Ace Attorney, so you can catch my lies and throw them back at me. I am not a masochist. See? That was the truth. And no one can tell me otherwise. All right. We good? Everything fine? Are you happy now? So, I need to, like, Phoenix, okay, hold on. So ever since I got the new chair, I have been sitting with it and trying to get into the comfy. I'm essentially breaking it in the hard way. So, but that also involves a lot of trial and error. For some reason, the chair didn't have, like, foam along. Okay, how do I put it? So, I got a new chair, right? Old one is old and busted. It's shit. It's gotta go. Its back is now a fucking semicircle from my shrimpage. That being said, the new chair is like an entirely mesh bottom, because I was like, you know what? Let's take the risk. Let's see how it works. Let's try it out. Unfortunately, I think they forgot to put a little bit of foam where it needed to be. So, like, there's just this side of the chair where the hard plastic meets the mesh. I think they were supposed to have a little bit of foam there so my, fat fucking thighs aren't, constantly against the hard plastic. Luckily for us, we were able to fix that with our own little bit of foam. We might need slightly better foam, but that's a case for the future. So, with that being said, I am very excited to get to today's stream, because Ace Attorney is going places, and Phoenix is a fucking master manipulator. Dear God. This is all Phoenix's fault. And somehow, fucking somehow, this motherfucker spent 7 years trying to do something. And I feel as though... This is gonna sound very weird, but Apollo feels as though he has zero agency in his own game right now. And I am all for it. Like... Oh my God, I don't think I have ever felt so strung along, but also at the mercy of everyone else. Like, this shit is wild, and I am so totally fucking in. Anyway, That being said, my shirt is being wacky. How's everybody doing? Y'all enjoying December? White Hell Month? This case is gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so fucking rad. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I am stoked. But you know who else is stoked? Mr. Justice himself. Also, I figured out what I'm playing next as a stream game. It's really called to fuck. I forgot where I left off. And why. Have y'all ever seen Attack on Titan? And like, the really creepy looking Titans that just... I'm getting that vibe from this. And I just don't like him. I don't like him at all. Okay, let's just... Ooh. 9 at night? Isn't that a little late for an interview?
Oh, the great painter, Drew Ram says come at 9. Believe you me, I go at 9. At first, it turned out last interview was such a prolific painter.
Right, can you tell us what it was like when you arrived? Yeah, okay, there we go.
First outsider to enter the atelier, journalistic history painting club.
You were the first reporter ever in Drew Studios?
Posterity will look back on that night as a turning point in journalistic history.
Yeah.
A basically insignificant step for mankind, but a giant step for that Brussels guy, end quote.
Is his name Brushel because his hair looks like a toothbrush? Does it go all the way down the back of his head, or is that just that? Is he like one of those, like, head-spinning toothbrushes that only kind of cleans one tooth? Why the fuck does he have what is in his pocket? Like, the pen and the ruler, sure. Is that toothpaste? I want to assume that's ink. I'm going to assume that's ink. Oh, if no one on the outside ever had access to the studio. Well, then it would serve as a reason that the deed was done by an insider. By which he means Vera did it. Well, so, how did this epoch making interview go? Okay. Would you mind being a little bit more specific?
Oh, wait, let me tell you, I enjoy cuppa.
Is he fucking Australian? What the... I'm sorry, I got shocked by what I was seeing on that toothbrush. What did he say?
But in fact, it all began when I was in 3rd grade. No, wait, 4th grade.
That is not what I meant. I believe I know what the avoid is driving at. This coffee, the victim was did anyone other than the defendant touch it? Right, that. That's what I was gonna say, really.
Well, no. If you ask a question, you got...
Oh my god. He uses the toothbrush as a fucking hairbrush. That's why there's all the brown bits in it. Nope. Nope. Ugh. Oh god, kill him. Kill him right now. He should have died too.
Oh, well, if you've got a question to ask, you best straight up ask it. That's what I tell new recruits several times if necessary. Right for a grade schooler. That's my motto.
God, I cannot get you off the stand soon enough.
Which is to say, I can only write grade school level stuff, mate.
Who touched the coffee?
Dunno. I was in the back looking at the studio equipment when she served it.
And what happened next? What was that about a star falling?
A star falls, huh? It's like an old telegram. Send money, over.
Zowie, you don't know? Oh, that's a journalistic code word. And an important personage passed away. A star falls. Yeah, get it?
But there's no gravity in space, is there?
There you go.
I wouldn't think stars could fall, really. Does this matter?
Oh boy, this is good stuff, good stuff. How about star break? Nah, let's punch. Oh, I know. Star diet? Nah, lacks imagination. Of course, you could go with Drew dies, straight to the point. I like it.
I think we need to hear something a little more substantial. Let's start with the obvious one. What about your coffee? So you drank the coffee that Vera served you too?
Oh, of course. When someone serves you coffee, you drink it. Oh, that's what my old boss always used to say. Never did get what he meant by it, though.
But you're still alive, which is to say you didn't die.
Oh, of course not. No point in falling before you're a star. End quote.
That's not exactly what I was getting at. Oh, what were you getting at then? You know the poison was on the rim, not in the coffee.
Oh, yeah. That's her 2 cups on the tray she brought. One of the cups had Drew's signature printed on the side.
No chance the guest would take that one by mistake, I guess.
That's very important.
We're talking about the coffee the witness drank. I'd say that's important.
Very well, please back to your testimony, Mr. Russell.
You sure you drank the coffee?
Oh, yeah, quite. I gulped it down. Felt that sweet scorch in my throat.
But you say the victim took 1 sip and fell over? Yet you still kept drinking?
Of course. Drink your coffee when it's hot, never when it's not. That's what my old boss used to say. Never really knew what he meant by it.
Should I get him to talk about something else? Talk about the moment of death. So, what about Mr. Misham? What about when Mr. Misham passed away?
Oh boy, what a scene that was. Puts the coffee mug down with a crash, right?
Yes, with that.
And that cold finger of death touches his spine. Life's flame sputters and falls. It was so cold with a touch he couldn't do anything, he could do naught but tremble uncontrollably. And actually, life's flame. I was a little tired. Life's river froze over, yeah, that's a go.
I think he's starting to write his article already.
Could you describe that a little more simply?
Well, as you can imagine, I was pretty surprised. He hit the floor, as to say, artist teacher in front of final performance, end quote.
Oh, atroniquine paralysis paralyzes the central nervous system. The body arches back like a bow, the limbs tremble and...
But not put it up a bit. So much, what be able to speak right?
Oh yeah, well, I wanted details. Lots of juicy details.
Oh, for that you can listen to our last year's hit single, Atroniquine, My Love, by the Gaviniers, available at all major music outlets.
The point here is that the victim died of atronic poisoning. Well, Mr. Russell found you by that testimony.
Very important. Well, as an account of the moment of victim's death, I'd say it's pretty important. Please add it to the testimony.
Very well, call request Lewis and Bradman to account for his testimony.
Nothing yet. Let's see if we can get a bit more information. You say it was definitely death by poison? How can you be so sure?
Hey, look, I'm a journalist. I've seen lots of things. And I've had more than my share of experience with so-called poisonings. Man eats fishy fish, goes bye-bye, end quote.
Food poisoning doesn't count. Should I get him to talk about something else? The Stars coffee. You say Mr. Misham added the coffee too. But did you actually see him drink the coffee?
Of course. He who sees it wins it, but he who says it wins it bigger, end quote. I live in a man sees dog eat and writes about it world yet.
Yet?
I guess I can't say I saw him drinking really. He had one so-called sip of that. Man puts lip to mug, drinks it, end quote.
That poison quite, really went right here.
My stomach did a so-called somersault. Since I gulped down that coffee without much of a second glance at it. Wait, there's something there, some kind of so-called trick? Anyone want to venture a guess for the record?
Does this guy have a pause button?
Well, Mr. Breakfast, we find this testimony valuable.
Victim drank his coffee, then immediately fell over.
Oh yeah. You can go to the press with that one.
Your Honor, this is a vital piece of information. Please add it to the testimony.
Very well, but this will add this to his testimony.
Vital, right?
So he either took a sip or he didn't, and then fell over?
Oh yeah, doodly, just like that. Wham bam.
So Mr. Misham drank the coffee and fell over immediately. I think Brushell's telling the truth, too. Should I get him to talk about something else? No need. There's no real need to change the testimony. Problem with the testimony is already pretty obvious. Is it? Can you say that for sure?
For sure, I'm sure. Drew Studios isn't a big place, kiddo. I'd know it if someone else had come in.
What if they had been hiding in there from beforehand? Well, even if someone had been hiding in the studio, they hardly could have poisoned that mug without anyone noticing.
Well, you think I, Sparkburst, would have missed something as obvious as that? No way.
Hey, Chef makes it sound exciting. I guess that's his job.
There's only one moment I need to focus on, really.
The moment when Drew Misham died?
Exactly. There has to be something there. Wait, that's an interesting, hold on a minute. So, the only thing that would have to work here is the coffee cup. Hold on. Fell over immediately. Brushell's coffee, yeah. So you drank the coffee that Versa served you too? Yeah. So... I will, yeah, let's say this one's important. So, I drank the coffee too, but I'm not dead yet. Moment of death again. I want to see what that says. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, yes, yes. Very important. Let's keep it in. It was definitely death by poison. But it traces the slow-acting deadly poison atriniquin. Okay, so it's... okay, there we go. Gotcha. It's how he... Okay, gotcha, gotcha. So I need to talk about...
I have more than my share of experience with so-called poisonings.
What do we want here? Brussels coffee? I'm trying to get, let me see here. So, it's Brussels coffee. I need to get him to say, like, he fell immediately. Because it's a slow-acting poison. Okay, wrong one. Fuck. I chose the wrong one!
I chose the wrong... I need to do Misham's coffee! No!
I need, the Stars coffee. I should have known that it was this one when, Apollo changed his thing so slightly. Yes, very important. Yeah, okay, that's enough of the hints. I get it, you're good. I am so... Ah, fuck, no! I hit the Q button! No! No need. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm good to present, because this is slow-acting poison. You know what? I have a problem with a peculiar property of the poison used, atriniquin.
Well, Prosecutor McGowan was quite clear about the poison. A lethal dose of poison of 2 milligrams paralyzes the central nervous system. If we break that, even you, Mr. Dustin, would be reduced to a quivering pile.
Why are you using me as an example? Unfortunately, we weren't told everything. There's a vital omission in Prosecutor Gavin's information. Oh, okay, Gavin.
Well, listen.
Atriniquin is a, oh my god. You know what? Fuck it. Hold on. How to say, okay. How do you pronounce this?
Virulent.
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 Virulent. Okay, good, thank you. Atriniquin is is as virulent as he says, but death doesn't come upon ingestion, not immediately. That's because atriniquin is a slow-acting.
Slow-acting?
What?
According to one forensic scientist, it's one of the most virulent poisons, but it's absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes less than 15 minutes from time of ingestion for adverse side effects to show. If we suppose that the moment Mr. Mitchum sipped on the coffee was when he sealed his fate, then he would have at least had time left to enjoy his last cup of joe. Ah, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What is the meaning of this? If what the amendment read is correct, why, that contradicts the entire testimony we've just heard.
Well, Mr. Bushel, anything to say? On the record?
Slow acting. Slow act. It was virulent, alright? Even then, it had already begun digging its claws into the journalist.
Oh, he's working on his scoop.
Ah!
It's Brushel, yeah? Brushel, let's take a trip down memory lane.
Huh?
Did the victims really die the instant he took a sip? Think it over. This is vital.
You know what I think? I think that was, a not so subliminal suggestion, end quote.
I admit it does cause a problem if he died when you say he did. I would be forced to say Auf Wiedersehen to my simple case. And you would be forced to say farewell to your article.
Come again?
Oh, you can't write a story based on conjecture, can you? And the case drags on as the reporters will pick up the scent. And you will be forced to kiss your exclusive scoop goodbye.
Scoop? Scoop?
Do not use that toothbrush on your tongue or fucking glasses, you creep!
Oh, look, man, wait just a second, 1 second.
We're waiting, I'll wait.
I think I just recalled a so-called important detail. Revival of recollection, end quote. The story survival, end quote.
Attorney's utterly confused, end quote.
Actually, I did notice something when I visited the studio. I heard about poison that takes its sweet time, see?
But not what I've been saying for the last few minutes, apparently.
Mr. Brushel, I'm afraid you noticed something I explained what happened.
You bet I am. The antidote for a poisonous condition, end quote, you might say.
Or, I still have no idea what you're talking about, end quote, I might say.
I figured it out, but only after an in-depth interview. See, it's thanks to my journalism skills that I know who poisoned the coffee.
Uh-huh. Okay, this witness is full of shit. Good to know. Oh, as far as I can tell, the witness is standing by his testimony. That Mr. Mishram died the instant after he drank.
Oh, of course I'm standing by my testimony. And my dreams of exclusive rights to this story.
Oh, I suppose it was too much to hope for. What was? Well, of course he wouldn't choose a simple case, not him. You know what, Clappy? You are right.
Him?
Oh, Phoenix right, who else? Ach, tun, Brusher, report for us if you would. What is it you noticed?
This part is a critical trial of the murder system. I'm afraid there's no room for doubt is permissible. We will now testify to the court about what you noticed.
God, Brushel, you freak me the fuck out, man.
Oh, when I arrived at the studio, Mr. Mission was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. I thought nothing of it at the time, of course. Now I think about it, what if he was writing a suicide note?
A suicide note?
He had this look on his face. A man's face is inscrutable as a quadratic equation, end quote.
Suicide? Oh, poor Mr. Mission. Oh, but that means Fair is innocent.
When someone commits suicide in the middle of an interview?
Oh.
Well, you may begin your cross-examination.
Okay. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine, Brushel. Let's just get this shit out of the way, you freak. Was there anyone else in the studio other than Mr. Mishram?
One moment. Gotta plug in my phone.
Yeah. Phone. You can't be doing this to me at such critical moments.
Okay, there we go. Phone is now less critically in danger of keeling over and dying on me.
Well, there's daughter Vera, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Was anyone else besides Mr. Mishram and Vera present?
Not a single one, not a cat, not a rat, not even a mouse.
The only person that didn't belong in the studio there was you, wasn't it, Mr. Brushel?
Oh, I know what you're doing. I know your game. Attorney uses classic, Rosman phenomenology ploy, end quote.
Well, if you intend to suggest that this reporter is a suspect, I'm sure you also intend to present evidence in that supporting that assertion, correct? In the meantime, let's move along, shall we? So he put a letter away when he saw you?
Early reporter gets the worm, end quote. Oh, that's my secret.
I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, it's the night of the interview. I arrived 15 minutes ahead of schedule. The handle turns, door opens, and I barge in.
Are you sure that's okay to do? I mean, isn't that an unlawful entry, really?
I'm sure Mr. Bishop seemed to think so. You should have seen him. He crammed a letter into that yellow envelope as fast as he could. I know a secret when I spot one, and that was one.
Well, Mr. Breakfast?
I wonder. It does have a ring of something important. Add it to the testimony.
Very well, please bear for your testimony then.
Oh, why not? My account comes to recharge.
You don't say. Just to be safe. This seems very easy so far, especially since we haven't even... We're talking about the murder and not the fucking painting counterfeiting nonsense. So we're getting through this bit fairly quickly.
Objection!
As it happens, there was a single letter in the desk drawer at the scene. In a red envelope. Ugh, that was... I don't like that. Prosecutor Gavin? Yes? Was a yellow envelope found at the scene of the crime? Unfortunately, no, but avoid. It's easy to mistake the color of an envelope. I guess. But not this envelope. You see, it was postmarked already, 7 years ago.
Well, Mr. Brussel?
I can explain that. True, right? He wanted to get that letter in an envelope, Prano. Get out of sight of my beady eyes, right? So he grabbed the nearest envelope and crammed it away.
And what about the whole red and yellow envelope contradiction, you chump?
Well, Mr. Breakfast, I mean, you anything to say about the witness's claim?
That night, the victim put a letter he had been writing in a red envelope. That's impossible. Ah, I like your expression, so full of confidence. It's simple, really. As it just so happens, the defense team investigated the contents of this envelope with assistance of a forensic scientist. What? Note that the letter is addressed to Drew Misham.
Oh?
Why would he address a letter to himself? Let alone send a suicide note to himself.
Oh, I've been scooped.
Good, please get out of my face.
Mr. Brussel, can you explain this to the court?
Oh, my. How could I have forgotten? I suppose it happens to the best of us. A reporter gets old, forgets lots, end quote.
I'm still waiting for an explanation, Mr. Brussel.
Oh, well, that's the thing, you see, after he put a letter in that envelope. Master Mr. Chad there searching his desk drawer for something.
His desk drawer?
Yeah, a stamp, a so-called postage stamp, end quote.
A stamp? Whatever for?
Oh, well, it's a mailless letter, what else? And then, why, yes, I think I saw him put it in this letterbox. Yeah, and it was a yellow envelope. He put it in that box.
Well, apparently, this yellow letter has nothing to do with it.
Oh, how I wish it did. Just think if it were a suicide note, what a story. Star writes suicide down for a reporter falls, end quote.
My mistake. This has nothing to do with this case. My friend,
Yes, Your Honor?
it makes me wonder about the contents of that red envelope.
Yep. Absolutely.
$100,000 is quite a good bit of money.
Oh, so this was from 7 years ago, yeah? Oh, don't you fucking start talking to me.
So am I finished here? Am I finished here? I was thinking of, going home to start writing.
I hate to state what's been pretty obvious to anyone, but when you catch the scent of a story, you make that a rather unique face.
Come on! Attorney has active imagination, little else. End quote.
When I notice something and my eyes aren't what they used to be. You know, I'm trying to understand what all this misleading stuff was about.
Judge has an active imagination, end quote.
Please continue with your testimony. Tell us about the scent of a story.
Hey, I'm not the one asking questions here, usually.
Okay.
Actually, it took a bit of work to get the thumbs up on the interview. The reporter left his story, gets interview, unquote. The story concerned a case from 7 years ago. That red envelope probably has something to do with it. Say what you will, but Drew's talent was without compare.
So you plan to go to the press with this story? That's how you guys were interviewed? Blackmail?
Oh, well, yes. I mean, no. Wasn't exactly black. I mean, I'm not
Something wrong, Mr. Russell.
Oh, look. This is my story, my tidbit. Journalist info is my livelihood, end quote.
I see.
Well, you have me chatting away here. What if some Wally Wordsmith or Sally Scooper gets into my story? They go to the press while I'm going to waste.
Uh-huh. A court feels your pain, Mr. Russell. Mr. Justice, let's pick up the pace.
A certain case 7 years ago. Wait, 7 years ago? Oh! Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get anything more out of him before we start seeing if he's lying. The victim. The victim. Drew Misham had an aversion to reporters.
Oh boy, I guess. Not even my considerable charm did much for him. Until I finally got my thumbs up, that is.
Well, maybe you can elaborate on that bit for us. Exactly what sort of story was this?
Oh, a little one, like I said. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing in between. End quote. I might have suggested I had a lead on this particular story, but I didn't threaten or cajole, no, nothing honest.
So a suggestion was enough to get an interview? Mr. Misham must have really wanted to keep it under wraps. A certain case, 7 years ago? Tell us, what case?
Let me say one thing, Mr. Attorney. You can quote me on this. I can't talk about that case.
Why not?
It's about journalistic pride and staunchness and credibility and connections. A journalist reveals sources only over his dead body, end quote. So what'll it be? Gonna strangle me? Dead men tell no tales, Mr. Attorney.
He sounds pretty determined not to talk.
Our chance of breaking his veil aren't looking good.
Interesting. On one hand, we have your story, and the other, this letter. What makes you think the two are related?
Oh, I was just saying it's possible. Call it a reporter's intuition, end quote. Hey, I say a lot of things. You gotta pick up all of them apart, be my guest.
All of them? No, just as incredibly suspicious ones.
Bucky, anything else to add about Mr. Bishop?
Just how amazing was Mr. Misham's talent?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I mean, hey, he's a star. I mean, a star. The flow of his brush is like a great undulating river across the canvas. Artist paints up light studio-like stunning, quote.
This guy's full of wacky gestures. But that one just now was wackier than usual.
He looks kind of nervous to me, Apollo.
Definitely. I'm sensing something different than before here. Maybe it's time to bring out the you-know-what.
That testimony left a bad taste in my mouth.
It makes sense. Nothing jumps out as ridiculous.
I wonder what this story is he's talking about. Must have been good to get an interview with a famous recluse like that.
Something powerful enough to drag Misham out of hiding. I wonder. Maybe it had something to do with Mr. Misham's art. Okay. The only odd one out here is this. Let me take a look at this. Okay, so it would have to be his face. God, I hate looking at this fucker. Got it. Nope, whoops. Okay, it's not that. So... Ah, shit! Did not mean to do that. You know something. No, I don't think that's it. What am I looking for here? That's fine. Might be his hand on this one. God, I don't want to look in his mouth, but I feel like I have to. It's the biggest thing. Is Ace Attorney really acing? Alright, what is this? We're trying to find his little wiggle. That's... So, okay, everyone has a lying, whenever the bracelet thing appears up here, everyone has a sort of, like, lying, movement that they do. We're trying to find this fuckers. Hog Rider haircut? He combs it with a fucking toothbrush, dog. But genuinely, well, why is this guy? Dog, your guess is as good as mine. I wish I didn't have to look at this man. It's either... Legitimately, I wish I did not have to look at this fucker. I never want to meet this guy. Just don't talk to reporters. Okay, let's actually see what he could be lying about here. Or like, yeah, let's see what the lie is. Actually, took a bit of work to get the thumbs up on the interview. Doesn't seem like that would be a lie, right? Reporter leverages story, gets his interview, end quote. That's fine. Story concerned a case from 7 years ago. This is what I think it might be. Okay, it's not his mouth. This is hard. I don't like looking at this man. Especially not this closely. Why does he have a pocket with a random bunch of objects? Oh, because he's a reporter. Okay, maybe I'm just going at this the wrong direction. Right, I already read this. This does like a different... something different than before. Okay, that seems to hint that it's the last one. But maybe the toothbrush is tapping his head. I don't know. Well, it has to be small enough where I'm not noticing it. You know what? That's fine. That's, I believe... I think he believes that. I think he believes that too. What's he lying about? The thing we gotta ask here is that he is lying about something. What is he lying about? I did not mean to hit that. Mr. Brushel, you're hiding something.
York! Just hold on a second. You gotta give a guy a heart attack.
Oh, sorry, it's just... But you're moving just now. Got peculiarly suspicious?
Oh, what's that supposed to mean? I'm usually just sort of averagely suspicious.
Sorry, my mistake. You're fine. No, I'm onto something here. Time to focus. Okay. This one is very hard, because the only odd movement out is this one. He does every other movement twice. That's not it. It's not as fucking... No, I believe that it's a certain case from 7 years ago as well. What isn't right here? Is it the red envelope thing? Or the last thing? No, this is just an assumption he's making up on the spot. He's not obviously lying. I'm actually at a loss here. I don't know what it would be. This feel... Will you stop that? Okay, let's actually run through this, like, bit by bit and see what the fuck we can... Okay. Took a little bit of work to get a thumbs up from the interview. I believe those two were fine. The story concerned a case from 7 years ago. Those three things seem fine because they are the blackmail that Tempty is talking about. This is an assumption. It has to be this. Say what you will is fine. But Drew's talent was without compare.
Gotcha!
That is not what I meant to do. This, I might actually need to cheat with this one, because I'm not entirely sure where I was on Apollo's wavelength a little bit, like, earlier today, but I lost it. You know what, just to keep the stream moving, let's actually look this up. This Ace Attorney spoiler-free walkthrough. Hooray! Let's see. Episode 4, Turnabout Succession. Let's see. I need... Wow! I would not have noticed that! Okay. Okay. Alright. Wow, okay, yeah, there is no way I was gonna have noticed this. Holy shit. Okay. Like, actually, just, wow, we would have been here for at least another 30 minutes if I didn't do this.
Gotcha!
Okay. Sweat much, Mr. Brushel?
Yeah, well. I mean, I can't help his glands, you know.
It's more than that. When Mr. Misham's talent was mentioned, you suddenly began to sweat buckets. You're hiding something about his talent.
What? That's ridiculous.
Evidence time. Let's show where Mr. Talent lay. It just so happens I have evidence showing the talent mentioned in the letter.
I can't help but wonder. What the court is supposed to conclude from this evidence?
Oh?
Other than you made a horrible mistake? Man burns bridge forgets,
Oh, for fuck's sake, buddy. Whoop, 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 do not load that. Okay, it's the other one. This painting was found in Mr. Misham's studio. There are two problems with this painting. First, it wasn't painted by Mr. Misham. And second, that there was another painting in this studio, which looked exactly like this one, except it was only half done. Then we have a letter discussing a payment of $100,000, which suggests a certain business operation. The business of making forgeries.
Oh!
I do love that fact. That is all, Your Honor.
Everyone, please, everyone. Can we keep this private, please? Oh, this is my story, my scoop.
Forgery, that's a serious crime.
Drew is known as an artist these days. But there are rumors he dabbled in another kind of art until a few years back.
Another problem meaning forgery.
Drew was talented, alright. Talented at making precise, detailed fakes. A fact that certain criminal elements were quick to discover.
Criminal elements? What? You can't be seriously talking about...
Exactly. I'm talking about forging evidence.
Oh!
The rumor started circulating 7 years ago.
But 7 years ago. So, we want to understand that this letter, this payment of $100,000 was for...
Exactly. Forging evidence, net tidy profit, end quote.
Barbara. Why, it's like our victim was living a double life.
Aha, this is my chance. So the victim has ties to the criminal world, right? He would have plenty of enemies we know nothing about. Oh, this is my first time hearing of this criminal world. We certainly found no criminal connections when we concluded our investigation. But how do you explain all this money? You have to admit that there's a possibility of some sort of illegal activity here. Oh, but there is no proof any tying this letter to our case. Our case was and remained simple from the beginning. Only the defendant could have poisoned the mugs that night. And you, of course.
But hey, the only living thing I poison is my pen when I write novels.
Mr. Russell, your testimony at this point was quite unreliable. But doesn't speak well of your reporting acumen.
Oh, what are you talking about? My journalism rock solid. Journalism so solid you can stand on an elephant on it, end quote.
But anyways, let's hear a summarized recap of your testimony. If we can ascertain the situation in that studio with a recap, the trial is over.
Apollo, what's he talking about?
The cross-examination showed that Mr. Brushel didn't have a reason or means to poison him. As long as there are no other suspects, then the killer has to be Vera. That's what. Next testimony is our last chance.
Mr. Russell, your testimony, please.
Okay, let's see what we got.
The only person in that studio that night was the defendant. And it was Vera who poured the coffee. She admitted it much herself. The only thing that touched Drew's lips during that interview was that mug. And nothing left in that studio after he died. Nothing. Clearly, the only one who could have poisoned him was his daughter.
A nice testimony, clear, succinct, and without any room for doubt.
Ah, shucks. You really think so?
Probably best clarify the situation that night. Very well, Mr. Breakfast, you may begin your final cross-examination.
Right. I still have one trump card left to play. And I won't let this trial end until I use it. Okay. There's one thing that stuck out to me. Nope. 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 Here for the coffee. I don't see how this could... Nope. Okay. Fine, let's press. But that doesn't prove Vera poisoned it. Oh, how many times have we heard that one avoid? Oh, the poison reached the victim via that coffee mug. And where did that coffee mug come from? Oh, not to beat a dead horse again and again. Perhaps what you could fill us in?
I'm on it. You need a horse to beat? I'm your man.
What? And you witnessed her pouring the coffee?
Of course I didn't witness it. She came in with that tray. Coffee was already poured and steaming.
Let us not forget the defendant admitted to pouring that coffee yourself. I heard her statement. I poured, I served, and I killed.
Huh?
Oh, that last part was a little joke. I don't think we're getting anywhere with this coffee mug. Need to find another weak spot in this case. You're sure about that?
Well, to be really, really precise, I was busy gobbling the made candies the whole time.
One of those candies might have been poisoned. Yet at the time of the autopsy, no fresh fragrance of mint filled the room. And no mint residue was found. It was a long shot anyway. Oh, don't tell me you're still trying to prove this. You think the victim ate or drank, otherwise ingested something in the coffee?
Well, Mr. Buttress, if you have something to prove.
The possibility is there, I can feel it. Just maybe not prove it, not yet. And the possibility isn't gonna cut it, not now. Mr. Misham ingested poison via a route other than that coffee. I can prove it. Proof is possible. I gotta risk it.
Well, excellent. Let's hear your proof then. Please show me your evidence. What evidence proves that the victim wasn't poisoned via his coffee mug?
Oh, must I explain this over and over? We don't need possibilities here, Ford. We need proof. I know that. You should also know that every proof has its moments. Perhaps you're a bit early.
I can tell you what we know at this point. The victim put nothing into his mouth but that coffee mug.
Another hole in this case. Needs plugging before I can prove anything. But first things first. Better uncover a weak spot before I try and strike again.
After the cross-examination,
Not one thing? You sure?
Yep, sure can be. Well, with one exception.
what exception? What?
Journalist Spark Brushel does interview. Leave studio. End quote. Oh, come on. It's a joke, get it? Not funny, I know, but still.
I fucking love so much when Gavin plays air guitar. He's great at fingering. Did something leave the studio that night? Why does that sound familiar? Where have I heard something like that before?
Well, that way prove our witness is a comedian of sorts. I like to print out my defense attorney before I'm returning. I'd like to print my defense attorney before I'm returning to this testimony. Do you have any idea what, if anything, might have left the studio that night?
Just one thing. I think one thing might very well have left the studio that night, actually. A certain something that had vanished from the crime scene.
By what you mean?
Something other
Something other than our witness?
Of course. Oh, don't tell me. Vera mission? Believe me, any comic relief I may provide is entirely unintentional.
Well, but let's see what you've got from Mr. Buttress.
Well, this thing wasn't at the scene of the crime, so I can't show it to you. But I do have evidence that shows how it could have been taken from the scene. This is the only link between the studio and the outside world.
The letterbox?
What did Mr. Brushel just tell us? When he entered the studio the night of the murder, The victim had just finished writing a letter.
Yeah, I said that, and yeah, it was true.
Furthermore, you went on to tell us that he had put the letter in a yellow envelope and put it in the letterbox.
Huh.
But that very same letterbox was empty. In other words, that night, the yellow envelope disappeared. Ah, yes, intriguing. So an envelope disappeared from the scene of the crime. Of course, this changes nothing. Huh?
We have some point, Mr. Breakfast. We're trying to figure out here how the poison got into Mr. Bishop. It's really important that this envelope says we saw him disappear.
Well, if it did disappear, then something did leave the studio that night. It seems very important to me.
Oh, very well then, we'll just pull out Mr. testimony.
You got it.
I still think this fails to change anything, Avoid. I wouldn't be so sure. A letter disappeared from the crime scene that night. And it's exactly the opening I was looking for.
A letter was put into the post box from the studio. I hardly think that matters.
Nothing could be more serious than an envelope disappearing from the studio. And you were hiding that fact from us.
Yes, well, actually.
Oh, I don't argue the possibilities that the letter disappeared from the studio. But therefore, isn't that the much more serious question before us? Right. How Mr. Mitchum was poisoned, I know. But Mr. Brushell's testimony has changed, which means the facts of the case have too. And what he's told us means something entirely different now. I'm starting to think.
Let's keep thinking, Apollo.
You say clearly as though it were obvious. But this claim that the defendant poisoned the victim is merely conjecture.
Yes, well, you see. In my business, it's all about making the most ridiculous things sound right. A bad habit, I know. Yes, well, actually. I guess it's more of a case of ridiculous journalists sound wrong, end quote.
Because of course we agree with you. Please refrain from wild conjecture.
Understood and loud and clear.
If only I could believe that.
Oh, what do you think, Apollo? Everything he says seems so not flawed.
Well, that's kind of what you want from a testimony, really. And keep my eye on what matters. How and why was Mr. Drew Mitchum killed? Beer pour the coffee, that's not going to change. But if that coffee didn't kill him, we need to find out what did and prove it. You're sure about that?
Well, to be really precise, I'm busy gobbling mint candies all the time.
Yeah, the mint candies bit. Oh, that autosave is crazy. Oh. Okay. I can prove it. Proof is possible. Here goes nothing. Oh, you do understand what we need, yeah? Proof, avoid. Not possibilities. Of course. And Prosecutor Gavin, I hope you understand. I'm ready to give you that proof. What did you say? I have proof of the disappearing envelope.
I saw him writing a letter, I did.
Well, which was picked up by the mailman, I assume.
Of course, which means that envelope had a stamp on it.
A stamp? But
We all know stamps come dried with glue on the back. In order to use glue, you have to wet it by licking the stamp. Oh, Finn, no one was talking to actually lick stamps this day and age. Even if you wanted to talk to him, you couldn't. He's dead after all. Okay, so he licks the stamp, but wait. How does that explain the trinacrin on the rim of the mug? If he licked the back of a poisoned stamp, the poison would get on his tongue, yes? What would happen if he put the coffee mug to his mouth, Those traces on the mug weren't the killer's doing. It was the other way around.
What?
If the coffee mug didn't poison Mr. Mission poisoned the coffee mug himself. Ooh. Recall, if you would. Atrinoquine is a slow-acting poison, yes? The poison entered his body when he put the stamp on that envelope. But his time wasn't up until the very moment he touched his lips to that cup of joe. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you agree with me.
We have something to add, Mr. Russell.
Oh, his nose picking up another scent.
As I believe I mentioned earlier. Well, that's the thing, see? After he put a letter in his envelope, Mr. Mitchum sat there searching his desk drawer for something. Oh yeah, a stamp. So-called postage stamp, end quote. But you know, I don't seem to remember ever finding one.
Well, maybe you just ran out.
Incidentally, we searched the desk drawer at the crime scene. There were no stamps, not a single one.
That does pose a problem. How will you prove the stamp was coated with poison?
Actually, I'm glad no other stamps were found. It makes proving the stamp he used was poison possible. Oh, good show, good show. You can't even prove there was a stamp at the scene in the first place.
Well, let's hear what the red has to say anyway. Where's your evidence to prove the existence of this poison stamp? Well, that certainly is a cute little frame. And by little, I mean really little.
It was on the victim's desk, Your Honor. Quite empty, as you can see for yourself. Oh, I noticed that too during my inspection. So what? Ah, apparently you weren't as observant as you should have been. You see, when you saw this frame, it was missing something quite important.
Missing something?
Yes, a pale bluish stain on the inside of the frame. A tritiquine residue. What? Oh, why wasn't I told about this? The frame is only 2 inches square. The face of the frame is even smaller. Maybe an inch wide at most? Oh, you aren't saying. Oh, but I am. Tell me, what fits in such a small frame? A commemorative stamp, perhaps?
Oh, the poison stamp was in this frame.
Oh, impossible.
But Prosecutor Rabbit,
Why would he put something like that on his desk? Oh, don't tell me he added this so he could commit suicide if the mood struck.
Oh, you know, can I say something I had a thought, see?
what, Mr. Russell, please stop jittering around like that.
The victim was a forger, right? There's a lot of money in that line of work. Forger forges friends, makes enemies too, end quote.
So the poison stamp that night might have been a murder weapon aimed at him. Oh, rich, that's rich. Leave it to the ridiculous flights of fancy to the Gavinier song lyrics, please. Finally, something we agree on. The stamp was a murder weapon? Nonsense. Murder is a simple business. Who would go to such lengths? No one. Oh, I disagree. Come again? Recall, if you would, the victim's reclusive lifestyle. Drew Misham hid from the world. He avoided meetings. His only contact with the outside world was in the mail.
Oh, the mail?
Now, if you wanted to kill someone you couldn't meet, but you knew they read letters, a stamp would be the perfect murder weapon. Oh, ridiculous. Where's your proof? I want proof. Show us evidence that this poison stamp was sent off to him as a murder weapon. I might not have evidence, per se, but things are finally starting to come together. Which is why I'm gonna safety save right here.
But why is it, Apollo? You Mr. Chamberlain.
I think I know what happened. I don't believe it, but I can see it. I think I know how Mr. Misham was killed.
Well, what is it, Mr. Russell?
A certain piece of evidence points to the truth, Your Honor. I can show you how someone with the intent to kill sent Mr. Mission the stamp of death. That one.
This is that envelope, the one from 7 years ago.
Think about the text of the letter again. There are 2 pages in the envelope. This is page 1. And this is page 2. I want to draw your attention to the one phrase in particular. Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. The enclosed stamp, Your Honor.
Oh, in other words, if I got this straight, the stamp, poison on the stamp, lick, gas, end quote.
Now, what if he had done exactly as the letter asked?
Oh, he would sign the document, put it in the envelope, and put a stamp on it, right? Then he would put it in his letterbox.
15 minutes would have elapsed between affixing the stamp and mailing the letter. But the clock started ticking, and when the time came, he drew his last breath. And the murder weapon would have been taken away from the scene.
Oh, quite conveniently, thanks to the postal system.
Thanks, Judge. This feels too easy. Oh, such a splendid imagination you have here, Forehead. Oh, let me confirm one thing with you, if I might. So, this poison stamp was inside the envelope from 7 years ago, yes? That was what you would have us believe, really? Well...
It's a little bit of a stretch, but there's a possibility.
Oh yes, a very small possibility. How small, I wonder? Well, that's rude. You don't need to say it's small to everyone. A poison stamp in this envelope. A stamp that became the murder weapon? How do you intend to prove this seeming coincidence?
Well...
It was 7 years ago, and we don't even know who sent that letter. Oh, and your answer is silence, I see. Very well, I move to. It's not nice to pick on the Fräulein, Clavier. What the fuck are you doing? Oh god. I had to fucking... Don't do that to me! Emma? Well, like my Christoph Gavin impression? Did I sound like him? Don't quit your day job. Well, don't you have a crime scene to be looking after, Fräulein Detective? Well, someone had to come dig you out of all the mess you're making in this case. Mess? You know, none of this would have happened if you just trusted my science a little more. You can find out if that stamp was in that envelope easily. Oh, care to explain yourself, Fräulein Detective? Glare at me all you want, but science is on my side. It's all in the residue, right? Oh, that's right! The poison detection spray.
Produce that envelope at once. We can open it on the authority of the court.
Oh, there it is. Thank you. That was easy.
Well, would you look at that?
No mistaking it. That's a triniquin residue.
I don't believe it. A murder weapon from the past. Now 7 years later, it bears its price at last.
Oh, absolutely outrageous. Tell me why. Why didn't this murder take place 7 years ago? Well, oh, there's one possibility. Maybe Mr. Mission figured it out.
Figured what out?
He realized that the person who sent the letter wanted him dead. So he sent this reply with a different stamp.
But what is the spice of evidence in a frame?
Oh, what the fuck do you want?
You're still here.
Can I make a statement here on the record? I, Spark Razor Brushel, claim the scoop is mine.
Go fuck yourself.
Drew Misham killed in cold blood by sender of 7-year-old letter, end quote. Maybe not something more scientific. Star falls after 7-year delay, end quote.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Just kill him already.
I see no room for further argument here. But I admit this is all coming in quite a shock. I think that the murder weapon reached its mouth after 7 years. Stamp is taken straight to the afterlife. End quote.
I think the witness is a bad influence on our judge.
I see no reason for further debate on this matter. The statement of that murder 7 years ago could hardly have been on the present.
Apollo!
I think we just won.
Very well, this court finds suspended.
Oh, is this the bright future of our legal system?
Prosecute me, damn it!
A ticket to the afterlife from 7 years ago. No tickets for the Gavinier show are invalid after 2 weeks.
But it must make sense many on the way.
Oh, it boggles their minds that so many people haven't noticed this. There's a fatal contradiction in F4's claim. A contradiction? A poison stamp was placed in this envelope 7 years ago, whereupon it was framed until now. If that is the case, then why would Drew Misham have done what he did? Emma explained that. He must have realized it was poison. Oh, therein lies the root. 7 years ago, the forger Drew Misham sensed a trap and placed the stamp in a frame. I do not debate this, but it begs the question. Why, 7 years later, did he use the stamp on the night of the murder? Surely you don't mean to suggest that Mr. Misham simply forgot? He put the murder weapon on a frame in his desk for 7 years and forgot? You expect me to believe he sprang the trap on himself? God, I hate this fucker.
Well, I admit, this is all quite shocking myself. It does seem highly unlikely that he would fall foul of a trap. But had been sitting on his best for 7 years.
Apollo?
I don't think we're winning this anymore. I'm glad to see we're all back in the real world now. Welcome back to reality. We've been waiting for you. Okay, then how do you explain the poison stamp that was in this envelope? Oh, the poison stamp? Where exactly is this poison stamp again? Have you brought it to court for us? I see no proof that such a thing ever existed. What about the atriniquin residue, huh? Oh, I agree, that does seem to be a atriniquin residue. But their forehead, it's certainly no stamp. Yeah, but even if your prescient poison stamps did exist, Drew Misham would have never used it. That is all. Yep.
I believe we've come to a conclusion again.
Apollo, were we in the wrong the whole time?
I can't believe it. The poison traces matches up. It can't be a coincidence.
I'd like to bring some closure to this issue sometime this year. Mr. Breakfast?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's review the facts and see where we stand. 7 years ago, Drew Misham received a red envelope. There were traces of the poisonous liquid on the document inside that envelope. A similar trace was also found at the crime scene. On this tiny picture frame, the impressions indicated the possibility of a yellow envelope. The envelope left with the scene of the crime with a poison stamp on it.
Oh yes, but even if this envelope contained a poison stamp, and Drew Misham knowing this put it in a frame, he never would have used that stamp.
I'm afraid you're right. Which means there's a fatal flaw in the defense's case.
I mean, you don't know that. He might have wanted to die right here, right now. But I haven't been wrong on the wrong track this whole time. I'm sure of it. The traces of a triniquin, this envelope, the frame, and Drew Misham's mysterious death. They're all connected somehow.
Well, Mr. Rushworth, do you have a conclusion for us?
The defense stands by its case, Your Honor. We've seen the logical outcome of the evidence makes no sense. Which means that one of our clues must be fake. Ah, fake clues, fascinating. And if we find this fake, your vile fantasies will be proven quite reasonable, yeah? The fake clue that's throwing off this person's trail is none other than... Drew Misham.
But the victim was a fake clue. I read it on the bed.
I'll explain. We have an envelope, a frame, and a mug linked by poison. That all makes sense. That doesn't make sense is the victim himself. Oh, congratulations, you've completely lost me. So the fake evidence is none other than the master of fake evidence himself, a forger. It makes a good story, I'll give you that. The fake clue. Fakes. Forgeries. Ah.
I know that face. That's the face if I just had an idea face.
I don't know if I'm right, but I'm going with it anyway. What if our forger is the fake? Oh, come again? 7 years ago, our forger sniffed the trap and stepped aside. 7 years passed. Now the forger stumbles into the very same trap and dies. Why?
But that's what I wanted to know.
Because the forger who was killed was a fake. Oh, here we are again. The victim was a fake. One forger smelled the trap, one forger fell into the trap. That's two forgers, and one of them was a fake. Where are we going with this, Apollo? You've lost me! Oh, so you're telling us that Drew Misham, the victim, was a fake? Well, if he was a fake, who is the real forger? Oh, you better not be claiming there was some kind of switcheroo.
Probably you're going to have to back up your story. But the best was tell us who the real Drew Misham was.
If Drew Misham wasn't the real forger, there's only one other person it could have been. His daughter. Who would go around using their real name in forgeries? Understood, Your Honor. Forger Drew Misham was himself a forgery. The real forger was... There can only be one explanation, really. The real identity of forger, known as Drew Misham, is none other than his only daughter, Vera Misham.
What's going on with you?
I kind of agree. I mean, Vera, a forger.
Let's consider it before you write it off entirely. Look at the paintings in the studio. One fact becomes quite clear. Forgery had been taking place in that studio for quite some time. The forger wasn't caught in that trap 7 years ago. This can only mean the one who was caught in the trap wasn't the forger.
Well, actually, that does make a quite kind of sense.
One more thing. Only 2 sets of fingerprints were found in the forger's studio. Drew Misham's and Vera Misham's. If we know that Drew Misham wasn't the forger, that leaves only one possibility by process of elimination. The forger was Vera Misham. Well... Oh, stop impressing the ladies. They all know you can fucking strum that guitar real well. Oh, fascinating. It's mostly just conjecture, though.
Vera Misham. We were paying attention to this trial so far.
Oh, let's just ask her and be done with it, shall we? Who are you? Who is the forger? Drew Misham? Wow, we got a fucking actual reaction out of it. Was that an expression of emotion I saw on her face? She's staring holes into Prosecutor Gavin's face. Well, I'm used to being stared at by Fräuleins, believe me. So they usually talk to me too. Tell us, were you the one who forged those works of art?
Yes.
Oh!
So, the portrait Blue Bishop was you?
Yes, it was me.
What? What?
The court was in a uproar, and it wasn't coming down. We had to break for a 10-minute recess. Oh my fucking god! What is happening here? Okay. So... Okay. That means... that Vera... Okay. October 8th, 1:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 6.
Okay. So, where exactly does this all leave us, Apollo?
Well, the Drew Misham who was killed wasn't the Drew Misham the Forager, basically.
Well then, who was he?
Well, he was actually doing her nails. So you really made those forgeries?
Yes. For father. I know it was wrong. Could you tell us how it happened? My father was a painter. I loved painting ever since I was a child. One day, father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent. The talent for making forgeries? How should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I could make anything.
Anything. Really?
Father was so proud, and I so happy.
Uh-huh.
But in the end, I was making those.
Forgeries.
I've never had a good constitution nor personality. I know very little of the world outside my door. Now, because of me, Father is... Do you know about this red envelope? I remember that envelope. It was some time ago.
So you were already creating your works back then? We've said forgery so much, Apollo. Just keep it going.
I started when I was
Only 12 years old! So the one who figured out the stamp was poisoned, that was... Mr. Justice, it's time. To the courtroom, please. Right. Out of time.
Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Those 3 paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work. Right. See, we checked them and saw what was underneath. We saw the rough sketches underneath the 3 finished paintings. I see. Mr. Justice?
Yes?
Father, he knew of you.
I'd hope... Okay, yeah.
Of both of you.
Your late father?
He was watching, gathering information. All about the Wright & Co. law offices. But lately, we're not doing just law. Yes, you do tricks, gags, amuse, and play piano. But they're not really gags. Yet when Father heard you had resumed the legal business, how pleased he was.
But
Who was Mr. Misham?
how am I supposed to know?
Well, if he was Daddy's daddy.
Judging from the relative ages involved, I'd say that's highly unlikely. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. Ooh. We know the victim's was the daughter, Vera, the forger. What does that mean for the case? Guess we're about to find out. Oh boy, here we fucking go. What could possibly be happening now? October 8th, 1:36 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Okay.
Put it now back in session.
Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off. Oh, perhaps you could begin by telling us how it all worked? How did you set up this Drew Mission Forger persona? There's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into his head.
I know it's odd for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy.
What's hard?
Very well, mister, we would. Did you really make those detestable poetry?
What? Oh, perhaps you would rather answer my question. Were you the one who painted that painting? The remarkably similar one?
Yes. I painted it, yes. Father praised me quite highly for it.
Well, she was the one who made the forgeries.
Yet she did not wish to reveal the truth of her operation. So the victim was a stand-in, a decoy. To the world at large, he was a forger, not her.
I've done a bad thing. I haven't I?
Regardless, we still need a little more information. About, for instance, this. Oh, you have seen this before, yeah?
Yes. It was in the desk drawer.
Very well, you may proceed with your testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope.
Okay, let's fucking go. Red envelope.
I created things and Father sold them. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting. Father handled the deal, all of it. I received the stamp that was in that envelope. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio.
There's certainly much of a great interest in your testimony.
Not that the witness realized it.
Very well, please begin with your cross-examination.
Right, okay. I need more information about this forger. This Drew Mission. Okay. Alright. So these things you were making, you mean paintings identical to the other paintings, right?
The closer they were, the happier Father was. I was happy too.
Spill your quite young now. When did you begin this work?
My first painting sold when I was 12.
Your Honor, she had no idea what she was doing was illegal. Oh, easy there, little attorney. You're not here defending her for the crime of forgery.
True. Please tell us more about this envelope. This envelope may very well be the thing that killed your father.
All right.
By other than a painting, you mean you'd only done paintings up until that point?
Yes. But Father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended to making things other than paintings.
For instance?
For instance, a letter someone had written. Or a fingerprint left upon a cup.
What? That's a bit of a leap!
Or a signature on a document. A seal upon a letter.
None of this makes her sound very innocent at all. And the $100,000 promised in the letter was the start? The beginning of a new industry for Drew Mission?
But you industry?
The creations of items used in criminal proceedings. Forging evidence, in other words. Uh-oh. So, you didn't know the things you were making were being used? Or how the things you were making were being used?
I enjoy painting very much.
I think I understand. The Fräulein has lived in an unusual little world. Can you tell us what happened to the papers that were in this envelope?
Father signed them and sent them back, I believe.
Did he follow the instructions? Send an enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp?
This is a rather important matter. Give your answer some thought.
What do you mean you received it?
Did I do something wrong?
You didn't use that stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison on the back? A triniquin? A moment there, Horrid. You can't force an answer upon the witness. Now then, perhaps you would tell me, Fräulein Vera? Why did you receive this stamp?
There's something wrong.
It was beautiful.
Ah, you mean it was one of those commemorative stamps?
Yes, I think it was.
So, you didn't know about the poison? Aww, so sad. I guess not. So the trap failed by chance, by mistake, thanks to this commemorative stamp?
Quite the close call.
So it was an accident? You mean you moved to where the current Drew Studios is?
Yes, we saw very few people there. I began drawing picture books.
The single job that ties him to the criminal underworld. I think Mr. Misham wished to reduce their visibility in the world at large.
When we had to meet someone for some reason, Father posed as the creator of the work.
So that was the real essence of the artist, Drew Misham. You did the work and he supplied the face.
So, you really didn't know anything, did you? You have no idea how much danger you were in.
I don't know what she's drawing there. Apparently not. About this commemorative stamp, could you tell us more about it?
It was very pretty, and more than that,
Yes.
it was a picture of people I liked at the time.
This is something new. Apparently, we've got some cross-examination yet ahead of us. If you would be so kind as to continue your testimony, Fräulein. She'd be happy to speak, apparently.
And the stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians, so I kept it.
What? What do you mean, Oh my god, everything is connected! Ah! Magicians.
I love mysterious things. I always have. Even though she fainted when she saw me sad.
You're confusing mysterious with freaky.
Father took me when I was very young. It was a great magician show. I loved it so much. Oh, see? Isn't magic great?
Fine, great, yeah, sure. No need to get all excited.
But the magic troupe we saw disbanded soon after. I was quite sad.
Did she just say what I think she said? Magic troupe. Now, where have I heard that before? Red envelope came after she completed her first job. That makes a letter from her client, whoever wanted the forgery made.
Apollo?
We're close. We just have to piece together the parts. A deadly weapon in a red envelope. And the path it took to take Drew Misham's life. Whew. Yep. Mm-hmm. Those magicians you liked. Was it this bunch?
Apollo, they're not a bunch.
I see. Still, I have to wonder. Why would a commemorative stamp be a business, but it's not like that, a business player?
Good question.
But pre-stamps are always, better. You can't beat a cheap grammar.
But the whole murder plan was a failure because of it. Ironic move to make. Prosecutor Gavin?
Oh, you fucking see the connection too, don't you?
Prosecutor Gavin?
Grammary? What's with Gavin?
But might I ask just one question of this witness? In your testimony just now, you stated this was your first work other than painting. Please tell me, what exactly did you make?
Can I ask what?
No. Answer the question. Now.
But Prosecutor Gavin? We are not usually trying to whose volume concerns me.
Oh, yes, it's unbecoming of me. I apologize. But I must know. Please, Miss Misham, tell me.
It was a book. A single page in a book.
A book. Please be more specific.
It was a handwritten book. Like a diary.
No, I don't know.
We're all being played by Phoenix. We're all being played by this fucker. I can just feel it.
But what's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Misham, this book. Was there a picture of a seal cat on the back cover? Yes or no?
How did you know?
Prosecutor Gavin, the defense is answering all of your questions. Stop badgering her.
He's told you nothing, has he? Your soiled, sullied mentor, nothing?
Sully, who?
Phoenix Wright. Who else?
Teddy?
He never told you about the trial 7 years ago. About how he came to lose his attorney badge? It was a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate, no? A certain diary. On the back it bore the mark of a seal cat. What?
Phoenix Wright, tossed out of the profession by false evidence. And the forger who made that evidence is this girl standing right in front of me. Vera, you must tell us. The evidence you made was used in a trial 7 years ago. Who asked Drew Misham, you, to forge that evidence? For all of our sakes, who was it?
We only met once.
You met the client? Well, who was it?
It was... What's going on with Vera? She's staring at Prosecutor Gavin's face again.
Yes, what? Is there something about me?
It was his fucking brother.
I remember clearly. I remember who gave me the book, the diary.
Who was it? But Vera! The
Devil.
Oh, that's a scary sight. The defendant Vera Misham, condition unconscious. Examiner's diagnosis, acute adrenaline poisoning. Oh my fucking god. Oh, fuck. This ends the recording of the trial for the murder of Drew Misham. Vera Misham was, during the trial, poisoned by an unknown assailant. The dosage was just under the lethal amount, sparing the defendant's life. She's currently in intensive care and is not to be disturbed for any reason. A very simple case, at first glance, until it finally began to show its true colors. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial. Hey, it's the boy! In some ways, this is the starting point of all. Holy fuck! And that's where we must go. Oh, she's so small! To find the whole truth. She's so small! Oh boy. Showdown time. Fucking God! I love Shu Takumi's writing! Poker game I played for a long time and only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course. Well. Seems I've found the partner I've been looking for all along. Over a game of cards? Why, yes. Over a game of cards. That was how we first— Yeah, we're back in Phoenix! That was how we first met 7 years ago. My man. 7 years earlier, Phoenix Wright's final trial. Oh, baby! It's been a while since I've been in this motherfucker's shoes. Oh! This looks very different. April 19th, 9:27 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Whew, okay. It's been a long time since I felt like such a rookie. Gotta try and relax. Oh, you wear pink. Huh, good morning, Mr. Enigmar. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure I'm prepared. I understand I'm asking the impossible of you. Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards. And that was enough. Actually, it wasn't. Trust me.
Oh, morning, Daddy.
Ah, I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They're picking on you?
I am fine, as always. Oh, this boy here is to help me, after all.
That's young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute little outfit you got on.
Oh, thanks. My first show's today, after all.
Oh, I'm sure it is. What the heck is she talking about? Oh, well, boy. Huh, me? Look what he's starting.
Yeah.
It seems... What's this? It seems fate clock will make me wait a little longer. At least less than 10 swift minutes remain. To all those who have supported me in my life's work, I give thanks. Farewell, Magnifi Grammary.
I don't know. Just go over there in the hole.
Fucking okay. What in the shit? Jesus Christ. Victim's name, Magnifi Grammary. Male, estimated time of death, April 13th, between 11:30 and 11 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood from a bullet wound. Note, malignant tumor found in the victim's liver.
They told me to give it to your boy in a blue suit with spiky hair. I said it was really important.
What was this? A memo from, for you or some such?
Not from the looks of it. What is this? Looks like a page from someone's diary. I'll give it a read later. No, the clown plus you have the same destiny. Notebook page, huh?
Well, I'll do available the trial today.
So this is the fake evidence, huh? This is what causes Phoenix to... We'll get through it somehow. Incidentally, the prosecutor today is a new guy, I hear.
Ah, an easy win then, yes?
They're calling him a true thoroughbred in history of the prosecutor's office.
Oh,
Of course, there's one of those every year.
it's the switching of attorneys just before a trial. I know it's a difficult situation to put you in, but allow me to say one thing, Mr. Wright.
Yes?
They will not be able to pronounce me guilty today. So do your best, but do not worry.
First time a defendant's ever given me a pep speech. I'll do what I can.
I see you do not understand. You see, it will be impossible for them to declare a verdict.
Impossible?
Yes. Isn't that right, Lucy?
Yep, you bet, Daddy.
My first look at the case was only yesterday, and the information I was given was a tad lacking, to be honest. Still, I'll do what I can, for their sake.
I believe the curtains will be lifting any time now. I am in your capable hands, Mr. Wright.
My client is... Excuse me? What am I doing here? When did I get such killer sideburns and... a kid? Who's my wife? When's my wife? Where's my wife? Shady Enigma. Shush. I'm searching for my lost wife. Known to the world as Zach Gramarye. A widely popular magician. A star of Troupe Gramarye. His mentor, Magnifique Gramarye, was a rare breed of magician. He single-handedly ushered in a golden age of stage magic until he was shot dead. And Zach Gramarye is a suspect. April 19th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 7.
Ball, court is now expressing whether trial of Daddy 8 Bar.
It's weird seeing you so fucking high frame rate. The defense is ready, Your Honor. How do you get more hot?
Is the prosecution ready?
Oh, I was just thinking. This was all the fuss was about? A bit of a buzzkill, really.
Buzzkill? Is this some kind of new crime?
Oh, this is a trial, yeah? Oh, where's the sweaty palms, the pounding hearts? At the governor's concert, got 10 times the thrill as this gig got.
Who? Where are you again?
Oh, Clavier Gavin. I came to get this party started, legally, yeah?
Gavin, defense attorney Christoph Gavin.
Figures my bro's more famous in this part of town. Clavier Gavin, lead singer of the mega hit band The Gavineers. You're out of your league, rock boy. Oh, I know what you're thinking. You're out of your league, rock boy. True, my debut single is 13 Years A Hard Time for Love went platinum overnight. But that was just a hobby of mine compared to this, yeah? God, why is everybody thirsty for young Gavin? He grows his hair out. Talkative, aren't you? I like your affected Euro rock accent, by the way. Well, I'm just getting warmed up here, attorney, right?
Perhaps you'd be so kind to put us with on the case.
Achtung, baby. Time to call the opening act. Oh, what was his name again? Ah, yes, Detective Gums. Yeah! Gumshoe's back, baby! Holy shit! And you are? Oh, God. Oh, it's been a while since I've had to do Gumshoe's voice.
Hey, you're the one who called me up here, sir. Name's Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective down at the precinct.
Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see.
Hey, you!
Huh? That is Apollo, huh? Me?
Today's the day, pal. Today, I'll win, and you lose. I got confidence in my testimony today. See?
What? You normally lack confidence in your testimony? Oh, rare detectives, this is my stage. Can the antics?
Huh?
Oh, this is A. Ewing and such. And I could care less about your history together.
Very well, Detective Gumshoe, if you would. Please tell us about the case we've had.
Oh, it happened 6 days back. In a room at the General Hospital.
So confident, huh? Let's see how this confidence goes. Yep.
The facts are as simple as they come. Here's a crime scene. Victim was a patient, asleep in a hospital bed. Killer comes in, puts a pistol in his forehead, and bam, lights out. Them's the facts.
That is not the voice I gave Gumshoe, but it's the one I'm gonna use from now on, because I don't remember it.
Not so long ago, Mr. Magnifique Bradbury was a famous man. We had an entire country under his magic spell, as it were.
Ah, yes, the great magician. He retired years ago, so. Say the name Magnifique to one of my generation, and you'll be lucky to get a blank stare.
Yes. Though I'm sure the youngster today will know his disciples even better. My just made fruit grabberers make fun of name for themselves.
Any of the retired Magnifique's been in the hospital for the last year. What was it? Malignorant tumor or something. Doing something to his liver, I think. Yeah.
A malignant tumor, perhaps.
Wow, Judge got that one. In other words, he had liver cancer. He only had 3 months to live, in fact.
The facts do seem simple enough. But something's not right.
The victim was already climbing a 3-month stairway to heaven. Why not wait for him to knock, knock, knock on heaven's door? Why shoot him? I wouldn't have put it quite so lyrically, but it's true. Why make the effort to commit murder when the victim was about to die?
Incidentally, the victim had a serious case of diabetes.
Diabetes? Oh, in fact, he was about to shoot up his insulin. When he was shot with the pistol, the syringe was found at the crime scene. Chronic diabetes and cancer. As much as it pains me to say it, the victim was clearly at the end of his life. Has been washed and shows no signs of use, huh?
I believe the question before us is clear, then.
Oh. I always hated getting shots. I guess Magnifique was giving himself insulin shots. There's no way I could do that. Ugh. Wait. If Magnifique used this to inject his insulin, why are there no traces of it having been used? Something to keep in mind. Actually, yeah, this is clean as a fucking whistle. It didn't even get, like, uncapped or anything. Let me look back at the, He was writing in his diary. He took out his IV? Or his IV was removed. Why? A golden gun was on. That is a 3D fucking model. Wait a goddamn minute. That is specifically a 3D model. Okay. What a golden 3D model gun. Yeah, I know, right?
Why did the killer have to shoot this dying man? What reason could he have had?
Oh, very well, detective. Perhaps you can enlighten us on the circumstances of the shooting?
Yes, sir.
Who panged me? Oh boy! We're getting fucking Silk Song updates. Okay. Oh, it's so good to get a fucking gumshoe cross-examination again. Oh my god. The old music! Holy shit!
Actually, the victim kind of ordered the defendant to do him in. A few days before it happened, the victim sent a letter ordering his own murder. The defendant did what was asked of him and shot the man in the forehead. The bullet was fired from the pistol found at the scene of the crime, no doubt about it. And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man, sir.
But, you say the victim orders his own shooting.
Oh, those are the facts. I have the letter here in question. My beloved student Zach, I now entrust you. Whoop. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Very unusual indeed.
My beloved student Zach, to you I entrust the task of lowering my life's curtains. Come on the 13th, 11:05 p.m. I will ready a gun with which you will shoot one shot straight into the forehead. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Okay.
Although, could such a thing as the letter really cause someone to pull the trigger, I wonder.
Oh, I believe the answer to that question could be found at the end of this letter.
You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Detective Gumshoe, can you explain this to the court?
Unfortunately, even the defendant wants to say a peep about this bit, sir.
Ah, Phoenix, I'm so glad. God, seeing Phoenix so fucking confident is great. Holy shit. One thing bothers me about this. Why didn't he just say 11? Why have him come at 11:05 without a specific reason? Oh, the devil is in the details there, attorney.
Well, was there a reason?
As it turns out, there was. Every night for half an hour starting at 11. The victim, Magnific Grammary, was given an IV. An IV? There it is in the picture, off to the side of the bed. At 11, a doctor would come up to set up the IV. 30 minutes later, he would come back for the empty bag. This happened every night without fail. It's like his two fingers slapping the paper. It's so damn confident. God, yeah. So that was the only time they could meet without the chance of an unlikely interruption? During his IV?
Very well, shall we begin? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you would.
What's the reason he couldn't refuse, I wonder? He could have at least mentioned it to me. Okay. The circumstances. I love how it's a lower quality music, too. That's funny. Yeah! There you go. Just because he got the letter doesn't mean he went through with it. Oh, I disagree. The victim was indeed shot in the forehead after all, just as he had commanded. Could have been a setup. But let's not be in such a hurry. Maybe we should let the witness talk for a change.
Thanks, pal.
Phoenix is even in control of the courtroom now. Holy fuck. Oh, fine, I can play it slow as well as play it fast. On this testimony, Detective Gumshoe. And this letter was sent by the victim? Oh, if a diary was ripped, is the page vera-faked? Yes. I am 1000% convinced this notebook page is the fucking, fake evidence.
There it is, gotcha. You're on mine this time, pal.
Huh?
I had the handwriting checked out, of course. It's the victim's, no mistake.
Ah, I see.
Score one for the boys.
I didn't lose, I was just ascertaining the facts. So why am I annoyed?
But letter or break your own death. Things aren't what they used to be, I guess.
I'm not sure this is exactly commonplace, even now, Your Honor.
So anyway, I guess I'll keep going while I'm ahead.
How can you be so sure?
Hey, you gotta learn to stop relying on other people to do your thinking for you, pal. Learn to think for yourself, get the through your noggin cranking.
You fail to grasp the concept of questioning, Detective.
First, we got this letter. It says, shoot in the forehead, loud and clear.
Can I see that? I can see that, but I still wouldn't do it.
Well, maybe you need to grow your subtle backbone, pal.
You fail to grasp the concept of shooting people as bad, Detective.
Oh, we also found the defendant's pistol at the scene.
Oh, traces of gunpowder residue show it had been fired recently.
Well, Mr. Mike. That's what I can tell from looking at this photo. There seems to be no issue with the prosecution's claim.
The photo. Maybe there's something in there I can use. So they're saying the defendant shot the victim in the forehead. There's a hole in the prosecution's argument. "7 years ago." That's crazy. Looking at this photo, another possibility occurs to me.
Yes.
What does the letter tell us? The defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse his teacher's wishes?
Bingo, pal. That's why the defendant popped him one in the forehead.
Oh, the defense disagrees. You see, the defendant had another choice he could make. What? And you can prove it with this photo? I can prove he had a choice, yes.
The man might have fired like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Well, let's hear what you're thinking, Mr. Mike. If we didn't shoot the victim's forehead, what did the defendant shoot?
I'm so glad you're back, Phoenix.
Ball.
Take a closer look, see? It's been shot in the forehead, too.
But where's the hole in his forehead?
This case is unbelievably easy so far, and I think that's on purpose. Yes, and a hole in the prosecution's claim. Ah, and I suppose you have a reason as to why he shoots the clown doll? He didn't just shoot the doll, he shot the doll's forehead. His forehead? And Gavin is infinitely fucking dumber in this fucking time, which is hilarious. Let's read the orders once more, shall we? You will shoot one shot square in the forehead. Which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown doll square in the forehead.
But that's an intriguing possibility. The hole in the clown's forehead, which definitely looks like it was shot. Wait, let's send someone to investigate the matter.
I admit I'm impressed, but I expected nothing less. Still, this doesn't mean he didn't shoot the victim. Perhaps he did have to shoot a forehead as ordered. But the letter says nothing about whose forehead. It was the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life.
The bullet hole in the clown's forehead does demand an explanation. It might very well be a clue that Prosecutor Gavin is right. It alone does not prove that it made his benefits. You cannot say for sure that the defendant didn't shoot the victim.
Oh, so sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall. How sad it is to see the novice overconfident. He doesn't realize just how big this little hole is gonna get.
Detective Gumshoe, please take this newfound fact into account as you continue your testimony.
So what if he shot the clown? He still shot the victim, pal.
Oh, we need the gun for that. So let me get this straight. You're saying my client first shot the clown, then shot the victim?
Hey, not a bad summary, pal.
More of a confirmation than a summary, but whatever. Oh, that was really more of a confirmation than a summary. But our defense attorney seemed pleased with himself. Do these people ever miss a chance to mock me? Well, now that Mr. Wright's gotten that out of his system, shall we continue with the testimony? I didn't have time to gather all the details before coming here. This testimony might be my only source of information. Better pay attention. And read this letter carefully. Wow, they are giving it to me. This is spoon feeding. This is like fucking baby's first trial over here. Holy shit, I think this might actually be easier than fucking the first turnabout. Oh, we got it wrong. The witness statement is clearly faulty, right? Well, fuck me, I guess. Excuse me. Maybe I should just keep, that, can I, damn it. God damn it. This is trial training mode? Yep. You mean this pistol? The one in the crime scene photo?
That's the one. It's a funny looking gun. There's no mistaking it.
Oh, if compared to the bullet taken from the victim's skull, with the bullet fired from this gun, the rifling marks on the bullet were a perfect match. So, you verified the murder weapon, in other words?
You bet we did.
Why are you so certain?
Oh, what a pile of sand has been, stuck in your skull this time, pal? You ever heard of Zack and, Valen's quick draw shoot 'em?
Huh? What's that?
One of the defendant's specialties.
That's probably... Hey, I think we found my wife!
Zack and Valence stand each other on the side of a girl. Then they shoot. But the bullets don't hit her. Instead, they hit everything else on the stage. This is one of the pistols they use in their show. It's got a great design, huh? Kids love it.
Oh, many boys and girls joined the police because of that pistolaire. You know, that would explain a lot about the police force.
Troop Grammary stopped doing that act a while ago. The old man held on to that pistol ever since.
I can't believe to see the pistol in question.
Oh, you got it, sir. Here it is.
Well, this is truly a blast from the past.
It's a stage pistol for magic shows, see? But it can fire real bullets.
It looks so much bigger than real life than on TV.
Yeah, but it can only hold one round. By the way, the pistol's firing chamber is empty. And it shows traces of having been fired recently.
Ah, there we go. Were there any fingerprints found on the gun? Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. We might say it lacks the fingerprints is in fact, a fingerprint on its own.
Aha, intriguing point, well made.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Not well made, not intriguing.
But anyway, we can't accept this as evidence.
There's my fucking smoking gun.
My grandpa will get a quicker than seeing this.
You fucked? Who? When? You have kids?
But I've read my testimony.
Let me grab the gun. This gun seems familiar. If you look closely, you can see how the pistol is made to bend here. It's a one-shot model, and I guess it's bend is where you load it. So this is the famous Gramarye golden gun. They say kids used to love pretending they had one of these. What if they pretended to miss their targets too?
Objection!
God, I missed that objection sound. The trickiest cases often seem the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed the bullet hole in the clown's forehead. If you hadn't missed that, then you might have come to a very different conclusion. Understand?
Yeah, but like I just said, pal, after he shot the clown in the forehead, he went and...
Objection!
Did nothing of the sort to the victim. The pistol proves he could not.
The murder weapon, no!
It's quite simple, Your Honor. The pistol only holds one bullet at a time. If he had shot the clown in the forehead, he couldn't have shot the victim too. Hey, old music! That's not a contradiction, not even close. All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot. Oh, where did he get the extra bullet? They're not easy to come by, you know. If you claim the defendant had one ready, then prove to us how he got it. Oh my god, Phoenix actually throwing the show me some evidence motherfucker back at someone's face. Holy shit, first time for everything. I had the feelings this wasn't over yet. Oh no, this party's just getting started. I haven't proven anything yet, beyond my good looks and startling record sales. And utter lack of humility.
Well, but this? It seems that the prosecution has another witness prepared.
Like I said there, detective, this was just a warm-up act. Not that the audience has gotten a taste of what's to come, they're ready. Ready for what? Hey, Carve! For my decisive witness, of course. A witness who, you will find, can prove one thing for us. That it was Zach Gramarye who shot the victim in the forehead.
Very well. We will pause for a 15-minute recess.
This might be my lucky break. Only that 15 minutes to talk to my client, Zach.
Court is adjourned.
Oh, well, all right. We'll do the conversation with Zach, and then we'll call it. My throat's getting sore. April 19th, 11:21 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. I have to say, I expected nothing less. We've only just begun. I was hoping you could tell me a bit more about what happened, actually. I did not think you would believe me if I told you. Better that you discover the truth for yourself. I was thinking of you, you know. I think we need less thinking and more talking. Well, was that night in the hospital? What really happened? It's the way your eyes gleam, Mr. Wright. You scared Trucy. Speaking of which, where is she? You have seen the problem for yourself. The letter. The one shot in the forehead? One, right? Yes, and the reason he speaks of. I could not deny my mentor's wishes, even if it meant my own death. Why not? Congrats on beating the game! It's not over yet! This is something I will not say. For now, at least. What's this for now business? I have done many things with my life, some well, some poorly. But this is a cross we must bear alone to our graves. We? Do you want to know about the night of the incident? Finally, this guy sure likes to take his time getting to the important stuff. Of course, I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck back into his room at night at the appointed time. And found upon, his bedside table there were 2 pistols. 2? Yes, the one I had used on stage. And the one that had been used by my partner, Valiant. Oh, for Zack and Valiant's quick draw thing. My mentor has the look of one sleeping. I stood by his bedside, hearing only the light sound of his breathing. Then I took the pistol into my hand, I cannot deny my result. Result faltered then for a moment. You faltered? You mean you thought about shooting him? Because there was a reason I could not refuse his request. His last request, so not his first. So, there were other requests you couldn't refuse before? Well, to be honest, I have not always been steadfast, and I fear I have brought pain upon Trucy. Was Magnifi coercing his disciples somehow? Just what was going on in Troop Grammary? Yet, in the end, I did not shoot him. Instead, I turned and shot the clown. I took the pistol I had fired and placed it into my pocket. In your pocket? So you have it on you right fucking now? In your pocket. I believe if you examine the bullet in the clown's forehead, you will find it to be different than the one in my mentor. What was those called? Rifling marks? Oh yes, well, that was all I had to tell you concerning the case. Concerning the case? You mean there's something else you want to tell me? You're a fascinating man, Mr. Wright. Thanks? Yes, there is something. Well, my mentor, his eyes opened. What? Magnific Grammary? Oh, the old devil, he was not asleep, you see. Oh, of course, the gunshot would have woken him anyway. And there we had our last discussion as mentor and pupil. It was not a long discussion, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. God, those fucking mutton chops go straight into his nose. What'd you talk about? Ha ha ha, Mr. Wright! Did I not just tell you? It does not concern this case. Zach Grammary, he seems pretty steadfast to me. Or maybe he's just stubborn. Mr. Wright, your presence is requested in the courtroom. Yeah, once again, I am in your hands. Right, let's get back in there. April 19th, 11:37 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 7. And with that, I think I'm going to go and rest my fucking voice. Because, dear God, voicing all this gravel is making my fucking throat ache. But yeah, I'm fucking adoring that. Like, it feels weird to be nostalgic for Phoenix, but it's been years since I played Ace Attorney 1. And like, I've also played great Ace Attorney in the meantime. So, oof. Yeah, this shit's crazy. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. This is fun. I love this game. Oh my god. We're getting close to the end now. Like, maybe 2 more streams? That was a great deja vu. Absolutely. At least for me. But, yeah. Oh, man. This case is going places, dog. Woof. Let's see. Who's online that I can throw you at today? I'll throw you over to Maury. But yeah, overall, fucking fantastic case. But yeah, hope you all are enjoying that. I'm gonna throw the Twitch crowd over to Amori. They are playing some Digimon World Next Order. Let's see if there's anyone I can throw the YouTube crowd at. Nope. But yeah, no. Thank you all so much for coming by. I will, of course, be back on Wednesday Day with some Divinity, the Original Sin 2. And hey, fucking, that Divinity fucking new game. It's gonna be crazy, dog. Anyway, take care, everybody. I will see you all on Wednesday. Have a good night and all that jazz. Bye-bye.